Hello and welcome to the first annual Hart Men's Bowling Media Day. I'm your host, Hart correspondent Derek Johnson. Today we are excited to be joined by Culver-Stockton College and their head coach Derek Sapp and one of their athletes here who is Mason Will. So guys, thanks for both joining us today. Coach, how's the season going so far for the Wildcats?
It's been, we got off to not such a good start. First semester was rough, but this semester they have really turned it around. We won the Clark Invite, which was the first win for our men in the history of the program, and they backed that right up with a runner-up at the NAIA Midwest, losing a heartbreaker to William Penn. Uh, and the Hoosier was the biggest event, a pretty not the finish they wanted, I don't think, but overall it was good enough to get us in the get us into postseason for USBC and also give us a nice warm up for the conference tournament next weekend.
You brought Mason with you today. What does he mean to this team and this program?
I targeted him as he was a JUCO transfer. I needed some experience on my team. I needed somebody that would step up and hold his teammates accountable and just be a leader. And he's done that. And I think he's one of the reasons we've turned it around. Uh, the guys had a meeting before the semester started, and I don't know, whatever they said to each other in that meeting, it stuck and it worked. So he's done pretty much exactly what I wanted to bring into the program, and I'm glad he's here.
Mason, when did you start bowling and what brought you to the Culver-Stockton program?
So I started bowling at a really young age. My dad was always a big bowler, always in league. So I started when I was really young, got into leagues when I was about probably 8 or 9 years old. And from there, I just kept wanting to get better. It landed me at Iowa Central Community College in Fort Dodge. And from there, I had 2 years experience and it just led me to where I am now. Coming to Culver was really, really easy. Back at Iowa Central, it felt like home. And when I visited Culver, it was the exact same. I felt the same feeling. And I just knew that I belonged here. And I mean, Derek is one of the best coaches I've ever had. And the team here has been very welcoming since the beginning. And they've just been like my family since I've gotten on campus. So I'm very, very blessed, very grateful.
Your coach mentioned things turning around this second semester and having that player meeting. How important was that for you guys and what you've been able to do here recently?
Oh, it was definitely needed. In that meeting, we were very, very brutally honest. We all knew that that first semester, in our eyes, it sucked. We were not bowling well. We were not a team, and basically that first practice back from break, we all got together and we were just honest with each other, what we could do better, what we didn't like, what we did like, so we can continue those things and find the things that we needed to change. And I mean, it showed now in this second half that we've really come together as a team. Our communication is far better than it was in that first semester. And yeah, I'm just grateful that the guys let me lead that little meeting, and we've come a long ways in just a short period of time.
Coach, your squad had a solid Hart championship last year. You finished third place overall. Motivation to get into the top two to win it all. What are kind of your thoughts coming into the Hart championship?
Yeah, that's the goal. I think we are on paper as good as any team there, and it's going to come down to believing in each other and executing shots when we have to. And they've had a pretty good run in match play here this semester, winning several matches, winning a tournament, coming in second. So our match play record is pretty good. So, and what they've really excelled at this semester, I think, is not getting phased, not getting down too quickly. They shake off a bad shot, they shake off a bad break, and just move it along. I've always equated. It's a weird analogy to some, but I use a football analogy. In a football game, you're going to have 90, 100, 110 plays in a game. They're not all going to go your way. And the best teams bounce back from the bad plays. Bowling's no different. A game is 10 frames. They're not going to all go your way. So a bad frame cannot define a game. They've done a really good job of moving on from a bad frame, moving off a bad shot, and that's led to, a big improvement in our results. So we're going to take that same approach next weekend, and hopefully we can catch a couple breaks along the way and bring home a championship.
Mason, what are some of the biggest differences match play in terms of how that affects your performance and preparation and just the team mentality and both the mental and physical side of bowling, as opposed to if it was just, kind of an individual thing?
So personally, I've always had a little bit of struggles with like nerves when I'm up the line in match play. And I mean, we've got a couple guys that are just unfazed. They are stone cold killers in match play, and they're able to execute shots better than some of any people that I've ever seen play this game. So having that ability to just kind of focus in and know that your shot right there is the only thing that matters. And coach has been telling us all year, one frame at a time. And I think that's really what's been pushing us through match play so well, is that we're taking it one shot at a time. And after each game, we're coming together and we're making sure that we're all on the same page still, making sure that we're still going to make the moves that we need to make. And we're going to really try and push as a team to get this overall win. It's not individuals. There's a reason we're a team. We're going to pick each other up. We're going to make sure that we're there for each other. And I think that's what's really been pushing us through all of these match play events.
Mason, do you have a favorite event or memory or game or performance so far from this season?
I have to say getting the first win at the Clark Invite. My personal tournament performance, I was good in the early parts, but then once it started to break down, my ball motion was just not good. So having teammates that were able to come in and still strike a bunch, make their spares, it's very, very good to know. And then, I mean, personally, I've never won a tournament. I've come top 2 at Iowa Central, made it to the championship match a couple times, but we never got over that edge and won the tournament while I was there. So having this be the first win in program history and for my personal being, it was very memorable, and I'm very blessed.
Coach Mason, thank you guys for the time today. Best of luck to you on the upcoming Hart Championship and this season.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it, Derek. Thank you.